Welcome to the Sage Distribution and Manufacturing Operations 2024 R6 release. In this release, we are introducing improved dimensional accounting capabilities and integration through task dimension management. We are also increasing the visibility and accuracy of key shared information between SDMO and Sage Intacct. In addition, we are expanding our existing landed cost functionality to include landed costs from purchase orders. And we are enhancing the work orders workflow with the addition of bulk actions. Let's take a closer look at these enhancements. First, let's look at the addition of the task dimension. The task dimension simplifies capturing task data for projects when users enter transactions. So in addition to projects, the tasks associated with these projects can now be tracked. Tasks are linked to projects, meaning you cannot select a task without first identifying the project. Plus, if you are integrated with Sage Intacct, you can create, update, and delete tasks via the smart event from Sage Intacct to SDMO. Find it in Administration, Feature Settings, Finance, and Attribute Type. Here's what you need to know about this attribute type. If you are using SDMO without Sage Intacct integration, the task dimension can be used as long as the project is enabled. If you are integrated with Sage Intacct, then the project module must be enabled in Sage Intacct, and the tasks must be managed in Sage Intacct. Here's how you can quickly get started with this new attribute type. First, let's go to Attribute Types. We'll select the task attribute type and then enable it. It is disabled by default, but can be enabled if the project attribute type is enabled. Next, we'll go to Attribute. We'll then create a task to go with my projects. We'll choose Create, then make sure our attribute type is Task. Here, we'll enter an ID, then a name analysis. We need to restrict this task to a specific project. Optionally, we can link it to an item, and then save. The task dimension works like any other dimension in SDMO. You can make it required in a company, just like the project or other dimensions. When adding new transactions such as purchase orders, you can choose the task to go along with the project you are working on. Tasks can be assigned to any document line, just like any other dimension, and so will be sent to Sage Intacct on accounts payable, accounts receivable invoice, and journal entries. The addition of the task attribute will undoubtedly enhance your workflows, allowing you to efficiently oversee complex projects and tasks. Next, we improved the visibility and accuracy of key shared information between Sage Intacct and SDMO. This new feature is relevant when you are integrated with Sage Intacct. 3 new options have been added to the Sage Intacct configuration page in the defaults section. The first option is Reset Contact List, which enables you to remove the supplier and customer contact list in Sage Intacct and recreate them with the addresses from the SDMO supplier and customer records. Leave this switch off if you choose to leave the existing addresses. The addresses in SDMO will still be integrated, but duplicates may occur if the addresses already exist in Sage Intacct. The second option is Contact List Category Name. This new feature provides you the option to set the category name in Sage Intacct to the following. Previously, the names were set with the address name in SDMO and concatenated together. As you can see, they are no longer concatenated in Sage Intacct, making them easier to work with. The third of these new options is Exclude Display Contact from the contact list. This new feature allows you to set whether the Exclude from the company contact list option should be turned on or off in Sage Intacct when the supplier or customer is integrated. In SDMO, this means that when the supplier or customer's primary address is also a pay by, bill to, ship to, or return to primary address, it will be duplicated in the contact list in Sage Intacct. If the option is checkmarked in Sage Intacct, meaning it is set to on here, then we hide the primary supplier address from the contact list. The default addresses are set by the Sage Intacct contact list instead, so we don't see the duplicate addresses. This should reduce clutter and help you gain visibility to important information quickly. We are expanding our existing landed cost functionality to include landed costs from purchase orders, ensuring accurate purchase invoice posting of landed cost values. As a purchasing manager, it is important to consider the invoiced landed costs for goods in transit, so that you can calculate your costs before the items are received. Here's how to get started with this new feature. First, ensure the landed cost option is on. Then for legislation UK, US, and South Africa, a new posting class definition called Goods in Transit is available. Here, you'll want to turn on the detailed option. This allows you to assign a new posting class definition. We'll go to Administration, Feature Settings, Finance, and Posting Class. For legislation UK, US, and South Africa, an account must be assigned to this new posting class definition. Once all that's done, here is a typical workflow for a purchase invoice with landed cost. First, create a purchase invoice with a landed cost item. In the More Options menu, choose Landed Cost to open the landed cost allocation screen. Then choose Add Lines from Orders. Select the PO lines to which you want to allocate this landed cost invoice line. Then select Add. You can then adjust the allocated amounts that have been calculated. When the invoice is posted for the previously mentioned legislations, a journal entry is generated in addition to the AP invoice to post to goods in transit. Also, when the goods are received, the goods in transit is reversed. The stock is increased, which is a debit in the general ledger, and additional costs due to the landed cost invoice previously posted is also added. We've introduced bulk actions for work orders, improving efficiency for high-volume manufacturers. Now, there's no need to print related documents or close work orders one by one. Go to your work orders page, and from the main list, you can now choose to print work orders and pick lists in bulk. You will also now be able to close work orders in bulk, saving you time. Once the actions are complete, you can download the reports and view the results of the bulk actions in the Notification Center. Thank you for watching this brief overview of the Sage Distribution and Manufacturing Operations 2024 R6 release.